When it comes to making a move to a new area, whether it's in the same state or across the major city you live nearby or across the country, you shouldn't research just the home and the neighborhood. You should be looking at the broader area. In today's video, I want to look at the median income in all 4 distinct areas of Katy. I like to look at median income as a determinant for house values and appreciation, and we can get into that in just a bit. No matter where you decide to move to, there are factors like area income or the school rankings or crime rates that are going to help you either deter you from a specific area or help you look deeper into a specific area. Comment below while you're watching this, what are some other important factors that you consider when making a move, or if you're in the middle of making a move, what were some important factors that help you to decide in the specific area that you're moving to? Also, while you're doing that, please consider subscribing. All it does is help tell YouTube, hey, send me more content like this for people like yourself that are looking for information on what to look out for when buying a home. So what I want to do is expand a little bit on the broader Katy, Texas area. So when we think of Katy, Texas, there's 4 distinct areas, and we're going to dive deep into each one of those. What I want to give you is a sense of the difference in not just the income, but I also want to give you a few other metrics so that you can see the difference and how it may or may not correlate between, there may or may not be a correlation between area income, the amount of rents that are paid in the area, the average home price, and a few other important factors that I like to give my clients so that they know they're making the right decision. Whether it's for a primary home purchase or they might be buying an investment property, it's good to know which area of Katy, which distinct area of Katy they should be shopping in. If you're somewhat familiar with the Katy Texas area, think of it, to keep it simple, think of it as a quadrant, right? Think of it as 4 spaces. Going north to south is the Grand Parkway, and going east to west is Interstate 10, the Grand Parkway being Highway 99. Those 4 distinct areas have a zip code in each one. They have several zip codes close to those areas, but the more important ones are going to be these on the screen, and they're all going to vary vastly. Area number 1 is the 77493 area. It is the northwest corner of our quadrant. It is where you find Katy proper, which is where the original town of Katy and most of the old town Katy still is. And then it's marked by a lot of new construction in the area. So before I give you the average median income per household, here's some information about population, the average home price, the average rent. In 77493, the area of Katy proper, this is the median income, the median household income. And we're going to leave that on the screen so that we can compare, and then at the end we'll tie it all together. Now moving on to 77449, that's the northeast corner. That's a part of Katy that does have a lot, it's a little newer, does have a lot of rentals in it. There's some new construction, not a lot, and it borders with Cypress and Houston. So in some areas, for instance, you could be technically in Katy, Texas, but still be zoned to Cy-Fair ISD schools, and a lot of times that's why people even move to Katy in the first place. I'm working with a client now who their previous agent placed them in a community zoned to Katy ISD, zoned to Cy-Fair ISD, but they wanted Katy ISD. Part of that community is zoned to one district, and another part is zoned to the other district. They got placed in the wrong place, which is not that difficult to verify. So we're working to get them placed in the correct place. This is the population in that part of the quadrant, the average home price, the average rents, and this is the median household income for that area. Again, we'll leave it on the screen to compare at the end and try to tie it all together at the end. In the southeast corner of the quadrant, we have the 77450 zip code. That's where I live in the Cinco Ranch area. There are other neighborhoods, obviously. That's probably one of the biggest ones that people know of when I work with clients that are moving in from maybe other states. They've done some research and they know Cinco Ranch to be good, safe, low tax rate, great schools. The biggest thing that stands out in my side of Katy is that there are no new construction projects. There's really no space that I can think of. There's no space, but that's not to say that it's congested. I don't think it is. I think it's a very well planned area of Katy. So again, we'll look at the population on this side of Katy. We'll look at the average home price, the average rent in this side of Katy, and finally the median household income, and we'll leave that on the screen for comparison till the end. And lastly, 77494, aka New Katy. It extends south and west of where I-10 and 99 intersect. There is plenty of new construction projects. Most are closing out in the actual Katy area, where it starts to border with Fulshire, Texas. There continues to be more growth, but obviously that's not Katy. But there is a lot of boundaries that are crossed between the two towns. That's another area where if schools are important to you, be sure that be aware that you might fall into either a Lamar Consolidated or Katy ISD. So for 77494, here's the population, the average home price in the area, the average rent in the area. Finally, I'll give you the median household income for this area, and we'll put it on the screen and compare. So knowing all of this, knowing what you know now, the information that I'm giving you, I want you to think about this and think, looking at these numbers and all the other numbers that I've given you throughout the video, would this median income number be something that you would even consider in your buying decision? Is this something that was useless that you wouldn't consider, or do you see a pattern? Do you see a correlation that may help you make an informed home buying decision, an investment decision? Leave me a comment below. Let me know if this was helpful in any way, shape, or form. Also, please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one.